Hello survivors, welcome to a brand new Tower of Babel Survivors of Chaos. Today we're going to attempt the 12th floor, do the boss fights. It's quite a hectic one. If we don't get lightning strike, it's going to be really difficult, but I think we can still really do well. We might need to get daggers up to a really high level as well, but we'll just see what the game gives us. Mana regen is going to be really important. Special attack for clear can be very strong, and getting our XP gain is going to be very helpful because the more XP we get, the more levels we get, which means we get more skills and get stronger. So I'm not really interested in basic attack so much. We do get the critical strike chance, and I'll show you some once we get a decent skill to show it to you on. We actually got ourselves a really nice little ring upgrade. Ooh, that evasion rating is going to come in handy. Let's just see what we can get going over here. Alright, we get fire orb, which is actually something I do want, and the reason I want it is because we've got a ring that makes it so that fire orb has a chance to explode on hit, so that's going to give us that little bit extra damage. And on the same ring we actually added the legendary jewel, which makes it so that our basic attack has a chance of triggering an available skill immediately. So really cool. We'll see what happens. Over here we don't need curse because we do want to win this, so we'll just do a basic attack. I don't really want to level up the basic attack because if you look over here, our basic attack's damage is 221, where our special attack damage is actually 56 higher, or 57 higher there. So it's actually more valuable for us to use our special attack than it is to use our basic attack. But if we do get a lot of basic attack upgrades, we'll just take them. We don't need them. What we do need is the the attack speed, so that we can basic attack more often. Also, I've heard that the magic font isn't as good as it should be. So a lot of people are saying if you use magic font, it's actually a lot better to rather go for curse than it is for the magic font itself. Also, have you noticed how our phoenix is leaving fire trails on the floor? Yeah, we landed up getting the helmet, or the cap, the wizard hat, that allows the phoenix to leave the trail, and it deals 150% of the phoenix's damage as damage over time, or as long as they're standing in it, it deals that damage. So getting our phoenix to a lot of damage, per second is going to increase that by quite a lot. But let's get XP gain first. This should be a very successful run, as long as lightning strike shows up. Just for the boss. It's just for the boss. Over here we'll grab purge, get purge up. We can go and grab critical strike chance. We can go and grab what else? Ice orb is actually pretty good here too, so we're gonna grab that. That puts us at 4 skills. We need 2 more. Ice orb's just there for the chill chance, just so that enemies move a little bit slower towards us. It gives us a little bit more breathing room. But of course, things like dagger and lightning strike are going to make a big difference too. Alright, over here we're going to go grab the reduced damage reduction. Makes sense. I actually have quite a decent amount of HP, but it really doesn't even feel like it. Even armor, you would think that armor increases your damage reduction. There was a lucky evasion, that's the point. And then slowing down the enemies like this elite over here, very good for us. Being able to stun it would be even better. Okay, we're gonna grab another resurrect. They do come in handy quite a lot, so grabbing many of them as often as you can, because you never know when it's going to show up again, is always a good idea. Defeated the elite. I would prefer if some elites, if they're not going to drop me legendaries, if they drop me more XP. So imagine instead of getting good loot from an elite, it dropped you more XP. It's an either or. So you either like guaranteed specific loot, or you guaranteed to get XP. personally speaking, sometimes, like especially in the beginning of a round, if you get an early elite and it gives you that juicy XP, that's a lot more better, especially to me or for me, than anything else. But then again, that might be too strong. Oof, all three of these are amazing. Alright, let's go cast speed, because if we do somehow manage to get lightning strike, cast speed is going to be its #1 best friend. Okay, piercing is good for everything else. Well, not for fire orb, but piercing is good for the phoenix. It's good for the ice orb, which this elite has as well. How dare they have ice orb? I'm the wizard here, not you. Luckily, Purge does focus on elites. There we go. We do get a magnet as well. Oh, that was very selfish of me. Man, 20% damage to everything is really good, so we're going to grab that. We're going to go with Fire Orb first. Phoenix will come, don't stress. Auto pickup range is also going to be great. Just so we can pick up all of this XP a whole lot more and easier. Alright, there's Ice Orb. We still haven't seen Lightning Strike or daggers. We could go for the Ice Spark. It doesn't have to be daggers specifically. Ice Spark works just as well as daggers do, because they focus in on a single target in front of you. But it has to be either or. Alright, more evasion rating. I will take it. I think even landing up, getting to even 50% evasion rating is massive for this game, because that's generally a 1 in 2 hits you're going to take a hit or not take a hit. And this is where mana regen would have been amazing, so that we could already be using our special ability more often. But we should be a-okay. We get the Phoenix upgrade. Got the doggos now chasing us, which is fun. We get Purge level 3. Which is actually fantastic. But we're looking more just for the XP gain than anything else. So +4 to attack power, that's going to increase the damage of everything, which is the only reason we take it. If it did anything else other than that, we probably wouldn't. We get +2 to special attack, or we get projectile count. I'm going to go with the projectile count right now, just because an extra of everything is way more damage than our right click doing a little bit more damage. We get the auto pickup range. Critical strike damage would be good if we had more crit chance, although some would say it's still very good because you still have a chance to crit. I mean, we are critting quite often already anyway, so maybe maybe I should have gone critical damage instead. But being able to pick up XP from further away also has its benefits. Alright, more XP gain. Let's go. Don't know if standing still is a good thing or a bad thing here. Okay, more critical strike chance. Love to see it. Now we wish we took that critical damage. Alright, dudes with the purple staff, we need to make sure that we are dealing with them quite quickly. Just so we don't have to worry about dodging them a little bit. There aren't that many of them. It's not like... actually, there are quite a lot of them. So you do have to deal with them because otherwise you're going to see a whack ton of purple balls all over your screen. And I'm sure a lot of us don't like seeing balls all over us. Piercing chance. I'm hoping I'm right about the piercing chance for the Phoenix. That does get +1 minimum pierce in its upgrades, but I'm just hoping having things like pierce chance is going to help with it going through a lot of the enemies, because you'll notice when it hits a certain amount of enemies, it disappears. So it can only hit a certain amount of enemies before the Phoenix itself disappears as a projectile, because it is a projectile. And it doesn't have infinite pierce, which, you know, I would have thought it maybe did. Ooh, there's a jewel that dropped somewhere. Alright, our HP is low. There's the jewel. We'll just pick that up. We can go and re-roll this. I'll grab the projectile count. I thought maybe we'd get lucky and see lightning strike. Even cast speed will be very good here, but not getting that either, unfortunately. Alright, so you can see the yellow over there. That's another quality of life that was added. However, I've only seen it for rare items, although at the same time, every time a unique or a jewel drops, I kind of pick them up immediately, just in case I like lose or something. I don't want to lose out on that item. It's like FOMO, you know. Gotta risk your HP to ensure that you pick something up. Dragon's Breath might well be worth it. Yeah, actually, that looks like it is. Just for the explosions. Okay, more cast speed. Dragon's Breath is doing a decent job here for us. And we just need +1 minimum pierce. All we need now is to get more lightning strike. Just for the boss, because it's going to be quite hectic. Alright, we're going to go for Purge. Not doing Meteor Strike. We can go more Pierce Chance, which is fine. Because having our skills Pierce is going to be very good for us. There is currently a bug. I don't know if I mentioned this or not, but if I move my mouse, it deactivates the auto attack and it's back to manual. However, it's not such a bad thing because the manual aim is what we need for the Dragon's Breath anyway. So we'll be auto-attacking and using Dragon's Breath in the same area or the same direction, and it makes it easier for us to move forward or back. But like people have said previously, if you're having issues with being surrounded, like where I was there, normally getting something like Ice Spike or daggers or whatever the case may be helps with that, and then you can like mow all the enemies down in front of you, and it gives you that opportunity to walk through it. I just tank everything instead because I can, but you shouldn't do it that way. I've also got the Phoenix to clear the way. We've got Dragon's Breath. We've got explosions all over the place because I've got chance to explode on crit with fire skills. We get another Resurrect, but oh no, that 30. Okay, so normally I would have gone for that Resurrect, but that 30% increased damage on every single skill is absolutely insane. The fact that we got 5 skills, 30% damage on each one of those skills. Think about it, that's +3 levels to each skill, essentially. So we just leveled up every single one of our spells, but 2 + 3, And we get the lightning strike. Yes, this is a guarantee over here. Thank you so much. That's a win. That's a GG right there. We finally got it. It only took like 20 minutes, you know, to finally find it, but we finally found it. We didn't need it for the entire round. We only need it for the boss fight, so I am happy. And the only reason we need it for the boss fight is the boss hurts. So being in melee range with the boss fight is actually quite risky. So the fact that we've got this now and I don't have to be in melee range when fighting the boss is absolutely a banger for me. Alright, let's see. We'll do basic attack. I need to just survive this though. I don't want to use a revive. Don't know if we can though. We do have a little bit of life regeneration, which by the way works off percentage life. So the more life you have, the more you're going to heal. But I guess it's all relative anyway, to some extent. We can go with Purge being higher since it is going to deal more damage. And as long as we can defeat those ranged guys, we should be able to survive this somehow. Oh, by the way, they also added visibility settings. So if I go and turn this down now, then visuals are back to the way they're supposed to be. So if you're struggling to see things, there is a visibility scaler. I'm probably going to land up losing because of this, but I really like the epic fire and everything. I don't know why I didn't have it on the whole time. Okay, we made it out of there. That's good, that's good. We'll just go with lightning strike, to be honest. Let's just be honest with ourselves here. Lightning strike will do the most amount of damage here. We're evading hits. I can actually hear it. Okay, we had to use one revive. That's okay. As long as we can survive for the next 30 seconds without needing another revive, then the boss is a definite in the bag. But, eek. The game decided now's the hardest, roughest time for me. Nope. I don't even have my movement speed active right now. Okay, we do have lightning strike, which is really good for us. There's just one attack of the bosses where he makes this. Just that one attack of his that we need to dodge. I don't know what hit me there. Oh, it's these stupid ravens. Okay, we managed to dodge it. He still ran straight into us, which isn't good. Ravens, can you get away from me? Man, if only I could have got a resurrect there, that would have been great. I have not struggled like this on this boss before. It's not my first time fighting him. So the fact that we are struggling like this is really bad. Oh no, there's just so many ravens around us. I don't even know where my mouse cursor is half the time. Alright, yes. Okay, we managed to do it, ladies and gentlemen, with a double helmet. Whew. That was hectic. Phoenixes don't work for bosses, but a really nice DPS from all the fire skills, which is really cool, and then not having this for so long and it still dealt a lot of damage. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Please remember to like, comment and subscribe for more videos like this in the future, and always remember, keep safe survivors. Until next time, cheers.